Right, it is Tuesday, and when it's Tuesday, you know it is Man Cave. Hot topic, hot panel as always, and today we're dealing with one that's a little bit of a sizzle. This one does not seem it cooks at 100% every time, and we're talking about cheating. Yes, why do no? If I say we need to include the people here. Why do people? Why do people?
Humans on Earth.
Yes, why do humans on Earth cheat? And of course, we want you to join the conversation. Use the hashtag #PowerBreakfast, and also text us using 22422. That number again, 22422, and hashtag #PowerBreakfast. Now to help us discuss this, as always, we start with a lady. We have Jazz.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
And of course, the loud Roy Karohizi. And the same Pastor Kuria.
I'm using that bias.
But of course, these changes, you know, these changes, anybody can be sane and insane in this conversation. So I guess let's start from defining, because most people say cheating is relative.
It is a rather fluid concept when it comes to gentlemen. I have found it is a fluid sort of like, hey babe, so you know, it comes from like 0 to 100 with guys. That's what I found. It comes from like either kissing that, or even looking at another woman that's cheating. But to some guys, even having sex with another woman isn't technically cheating. So I think we need to define.
He started by saying cheating is relative.
Cheating is relative.
For people, it's a relative in the family. It's a relative. But the only thing that I think, as you've seen, there's been a lot of issues, I think, with relationships of late. I don't start naming names. Right. We don't can name names.
Yes. So, I mean, you've seen some of them on edaily.co.ke. We've had stories from our good friend Dr. Fueneke and from Chantel, Jay Blessing, all these people. You know, the relationships have been on the spot now. Whether there's truth to them, of course, they denied it, and we wish them all the best, all of them. You know, that's
you mean cheating is a way of life?
No, that's the thing. In fact, wewe pastor anafaa kukuuliza, Biblia inasema Adam na Hawa. Kama Biblia haikusema Adam na huyu, si Mungu alitengeneza Adam na Hawa?
Let's go there.
Sio Hawa ni Hawa. Yeah.
Ni Hawa.
Sio Hawa.
Hawa is plural.
Yeah.
Please, I beg. It's plural. It was Adam and Eve, not Evelets.
Yeah.
Yeah? There was one and the other. Only one rib was removed, so it was one for the other. Aren't I right, Pastor?
Yes.
By the way, cheating. If you feel you want to be a cheater,
not the animal.
Yeah. Not a cheater. You cheat, and you make it way of life. It depends with you, because speaking the truth depends on an individual. You see, why should I cheat my girl?
Thank you.
Why? What benefit? Because everything you do, I think it's good to see how are you going to benefit after cheating.
I don't think that's a very rational. It's a very rational sort of.
He's trying to make it sound balanced. But let's be honest. I think what has changed in those kind of relationships you're talking about, and I'm not going to name names again, I can't afford it. My insurance has run low, so I can't pay for it. But I think what has changed in a lot of these relationships is who's cheating. I think in the history, it's always been a case of once a year that Nani and Nani, they broke up.
Yeah.
You always tell the guy, tell the guy, what did you do?
Right.
Yes.
Right now, I think where the paradigm shift is, these days, all of a sudden these relationships, the women are taking in charge of the, what we call the cheating degree, I'm a PhD. Yeah, that's what has changed quite a bit.
No, but still, I think, you know, the question is why.
Okay.
Right? I think it's why do people cheat? So, I mean, there are lots of reasons. I think, you know, there's immaturity, for example. There's a guy who's come into a relationship and he's like, you know what, I'm ready, boom, and then she starts texting, calling, why aren't you here, why aren't you doing this, why aren't you doing that? Then he panics and he's like, I can't do this, I'm out. Like, this is too much, too soon, and it's just soil my, what is it called? Sow my wild oats. Oh, what happened?
Hey, wild oats.
Yeah.
Wild oats.
There's that one. And then you have Tarzan, the Tarzan syndrome, where
just part of you.
So he's I'll give you an example. Dude's in the forest, lots of gorillas, okay? And he's used to having all these, you know, gorillas. Then he finds a chick who is like Jane, okay? So every girl seems to think she's the Jane in this situation. So she's wondering why he's moving from vine to vine to vine. It won't happen if a guy is a known serial cheater. Please. He's not going to change. He's not going to change anytime soon until he meets his Jane, who is going to teach him how to speak English, and they can communicate. And exactly. And then so keep your legs closed, because if a guy is already cheating, he will. If your relationship has started with him cheating, please don't expect that anything else is going to be different.
It's changed. I'm telling you, Willis. It's more balanced.
Women cheat as well?
Women cheat quite a bit. The difference is this, Willis.
Of course we don't cheat.
Men cheat trivially. Men cheat like cab drivers. I'm around the corner cheat.
Exactly.
Yes. That's the kind of lies guys tell.
Yeah.
When a woman starts lying,
actually Chris Rock
says PhD.
Chris Rock
done properly in her life.
Rock clip. Akasema women men are liars. I mean, it's almost like
it's just
human nature.
Yes.
But women are bigger liars. They lie about big things. For example, remember to say, hey, just like you said, I'm just niko hapa DOD. Kumbe ako taski stimo luko.
Yeah.
But women will be like,
this is a baby. Big lie.
What type of cheating are we looking here?
Trivial.
Yeah, because
kuna pia ingine nasikia ni emotional cheating.
I see you are going overboard.
Okay.
Yeah, and she is also on another side.
Thank you. Yes.
So we have not at least come to.
So we need to define what cheating.
We need to define what's cheating. Because when I tell you that I'm in Al-Fajiri and I'm at the gate, and
that's
somebody no, that's a lie. And somebody else is telling you I'm at home na ako kwa ba
na nani
na nani mpaka unamwambia kama uko home hebu patia mtoto anamwambia mtoto amelala basi hebu fresh cho.
You know what, that's like the Kenyan version of Kevin Hart's put the pigeon on the phone. But like if we're going to define then the cheating spectrum, there is simple maybe sexting and flirting. That's actually cheating.
So that's
whether
what
you like it or not,
cheating.
that's just cheating. You've already started the process of cheating by engaging with another woman, telling her your sexual fantasies or what have you, and flirting. Your focus has already shifted. There's another slippery one which people don't quite define as cheating, which is you have a girlfriend, you and your boys go to a strip club, and it's just fun, and you're getting lap dances. That is cheating. You know, whether you like it or not, you are cheating on your mommy. Unless you two have a very, again, fluid relationship where she doesn't mind you getting lap dances, and that's fine.
Okay, well, it's where guys find the way.
Cheating.
Yes, but I'm saying, we're talking about, first of all, we're just looking at where it is right now. There's nothing new about this. Cheating, not cheating, telling the truth, or stretching the truth 50 years long. It's been there always. But we're saying there's a lot of change. One, women getting involved in it, because now it's like it's payback time. They're fighting for their freedom of life.
Freedom of life.
Or two, I think a lot of it has to do also with the contribution towards social media. The fact that it's not that the cheating has become worse. The exposure tools or mechanisms are stronger. That's the only thing that's changed. Apart from that, those lies have always been there. So what is beginning to come out that people were not used to is the fact that traditionally we never knew how much women lie.
Wait,
now
so
it's beginning
Roy,
to be exposed through social media.
Let me just get this straight. So you're more pained that actually women
are being exposed.
Are being, is it that they're being exposed or they actually cheat? Because it seems to me like right now you're surprised by this fact.
No, I'm just saying
like
that's
women cheat. Oh my God, and they're better at it than we are.
Yes, they have always been better. I'm just surprised. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. I am saying that's why it's become a big talking point.
That women actually do it.
Because more guys had been doing this and they never knew all along that women were also doing it. Right? It's not that it's new.
So it's been happening all along?
All along. It's just that now we're all of a sudden shocked because women play this game and they're playing it probably better than us.
Yes, but what are the reasons, sir? The reason is that either you're dissatisfied or you have some emotional problem that you cannot connect with your partner or what have you. You know, some people say, oh, you know, it's because of my father, they beat me up and that's why. And then you get other people who honestly, their boys cheat, so why not myself?
Exactly.
you know.
Most of it is that.
And some girls are the same. By the way, I'm single. Why do I need? Like I like Joe. I like Ted. I like Josh. I like Johnny. And maybe the pastor here as well. He's gonna give me some prayers. You know what I'm saying? So everybody right now is becoming way too fluid with their sexuality, I feel.
But the reason, what is the reason which makes people lie?
Or cheat.
Or cheat. What's the reason?
For men, a lot of it is.
Let me finish, Roy.
Oh, I thought you were asking.
Yeah, we're answering.
Question.
Yeah.
Go on, Pastor.
I can cheat to get myself out of a situation.
That's a dumping scenario.
I can cheat. For example, I can cheat my wife. Why? The reason is she has caught me red-handed. Yeah. And I say no, it's not me.
Yeah.
I've not done that. You see, why? What the reason? Why am I doing this? Is to keep the relationship going.
Which relationship?
The one already we have.
With your wife?
Yes.
So you cheat, so you wanted to keep it together. That makes no sense.
No.
I mean, did you show her that you can go?
Here's the point.
Let me finish my point.
Okay, continue.
There is another cheating. I can cheat to get some money to help my family.
Oh yeah.
I can cheat so that I can get a job.
Yeah.
I can cheat. I can tell the world that I qualified in KC.
Hakumaliza pia.
Yeah. Na nilikuwa na D, niwaambie nilikuwa na A.
Oh my.
For me to get
XYZ.
But now look here. Roy, there is nothing bad like guilt in you after cheating. You see, you remain with that guilt. Yeah. For example, many ladies, they have 3 children. 2 belongs to the man.
Hiyo ingine ni bonus.
Ameipata na huko. Na bado wanaendelea kusema ni Now the guilt is the one which kills the person. So I don't see the reason why I should cheat and I remain with the guilt.
Yeah, but that's easy for you to say, Pastor, but I'm saying, why are guys doing it? As Jared said, I think about 50-60% of why guys are doing it is based on the fact that it's pressure. First of all, men began to believe that it's actually their role. You find guys who are built this way, so the guys aren't even looking for women to cheat on, to cheat with rather, right? He starts tapting chicks. It's not what he wants or he's interested in. It's different than when a woman does it. When a woman does it published, the reason she's doing it is because she has found the forbidden fruit she wants to enjoy.
Well,
but the guy is doing it because, guys, it's 4 o'clock and I see cheat guy and he will be pissed off with me. Because he feels it's part of his tradition.
It's
so
true.
For all the wrong reasons.
And there's also the geographical cheater. The one who, like, what, you know, when you go to, like, Nakuru, these Nakuru vibes, it's like, it's location cheating. So if I'm not in the same vicinity with my mommy, it's not cheating. I'm just, you know, out of sight, out of mind. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That kind of mentality whereby they don't see it as cheating so much as them enjoying themselves without their spouse. So it becomes also like a thing that people enjoy doing, especially I know in Kenya, when these away games or these rhino charges or anything that involves traveling.
It's a road trip.
You know, it's called road trip. You know, whatever happens here stays here. When you go to Masai Mara and you do all these kind of things, it's now become acceptable that you can hook up with somebody else, which is it's not on and it's not correct.
Let me ask Loy.
Do you want
to say that
I'm not accepting
cheating is tradition?
I am saying that's what it has become. That's what it has been. Let me tell you, I'm saying guys who cheat, a lot of guys who cheat. I'm not supporting. I've seen friends who are doing things which the only reason why they're doing them is because they think it's peer pressure, or they think they owe some allegiance to their buddies to do this. Actually, just talked about a road trip. By the time the guy is leaving town and shouting road trip, you already know lazima tupate wasichana leo.
And that's the problem with being single people.
He's already doing it for the wrong reason. He's not doing it generally, which is more dangerous, of course. But I think he's doing it because he thinks it's his role.
Right.
It's his job to do it. Like a cab guy is supposed to lie to you that he's at the bus stop when he's not. That's his job.
And the same thing with if you're single, it's not very I mean, if you're with someone else, it's not very advisable to still hang out with your single buddies. Because if you're hanging out with your single buddies, be it female or male, I mean, your single friend is single. So they're going to go and do single things, right? And if it means hooking up with someone, so they're unattached. But then you start looking at this person thinking, why can't I do that? You need to kind of surround yourself with other people who will actually sort of model the kind of relationship that you have.
I think looking at it in a pastoral perspective,
yes,
cheating is a spirit.
Oh.
If you accept it in you, then it will overshadow you.
It wins all.
But if you just rock it out, then it will stay out. So let's try to see it here like this. Once you accept that spirit to rule you, then that will be your nature. Because I think last time I told you, we form habits, but the problem of what we have formed, it decides our future.
Yeah.
So you can form a habit of lying, then you'll be a liar until death.
Yeah, you see.
Like he's got a point there. He's saying, so when you see a child who started telling lies at what, 3-4 years old, you know this guy is destined to be a governor or something. You can say that he's got a great future ahead of him.
In politics.
In other words, we're saying it's part of a tradition. You start seeing a certain habit who goes back into the MC. Yeah, I'm a ganjola. So you can start telling very early. And the thing, and that's why I'm insisting, it becomes the result of certain tradition or certain behavior that you expect. Because I am this kind of a guy, I'm supposed to be telling lies, right? What is dangerous here, as we're saying, is guys treat lies trivially.
Yeah, they do.
Yes, and that's why they lie easily. But when it comes to ladies, by the time women are lying, my friend, you've gone to a different level.
It's usually that by the time a woman is looking at somebody else, by the time a woman has decided to cheat, you know, and I will say this traditionally, it's because you have pushed her too far. She's already out.
Yes.
Right? So she's done. Usually she'll break up with you. But if she's in a situation where she cannot break up with you, she will have someone else on the side. Right? So, but what the pastor was saying about it being a spirit, you know, it becomes a habitual thing that you do. He's very right, because I love the reasons why men and women also give reasons for cheating. There's so many. It's like it's the only logical solution to solving their life problems and also their relationship issues. It's actually quite ludicrous. It's very fascinating because there are very many other things you could have done before you cheated. I don't know. Like have a conversation with your significant other and say, this is not working for me. But like, guys would rather be trampled with elephants on fire than say that they're not into you. So they will cheat, and then they'll say, babe, I cheated. Or they'll cheat in a way that is so obvious that you have no other recourse unless you're an idiotic woman than to break up with him because he doesn't want to break up with you.
Consider that what extends the other things you could have done before that. I'd like to go to the fact that the reason is, as I said, guys cheat trivially. Yeah? They are wholesale. They buy in kilos. They're not like women buying one big lie for 7 kg. From wholesalers. No. The guy's lies are trivial because he believes, as the pastor said, they are there to protect the relationship. There are times he feels that I have to lie in order for things not to look like they meant something else. The chick lies because how she knows, by the time how she's lying, there's a disaster here. The problem also comes in where the truth becomes the dangerous factor. The guy's lies, I told you, are very trivial. So at no point does he feel the need to say the truth because he thinks the truth will damage. The ladies will end up telling the truth at one point. Then is when you realize the danger of the truth at that point. Because what happens is, once a woman lies and says the truth, what happens to the guy? Does he forgive her?
No, because
the forgiveness doesn't exist.
But okay,
that's why their life stayed.
I mean, on the flip side, there are people who've actually worked after cheating now may make it.
Yes, right? Definitely, I support that.
So there's that as well. But also, let's get also another perspective. And as we go into, you know, there's what Jazz said about the the lies, the stupid quote-unquote lies that men tell and excuses they give. But also, we'll start with Pastor, where Pastor, unajua watu wa kondoo wa kanisa, kondoo wa Mungu, wanaambi wangu hakuna haja ya kufanya hiki kitu inaitwa cheating. Unaona, lakini bado wanafanya. Sasa nini, what are the reasons yenye inaweza kufanya kondoo awache kukula hii nyasi kwa hapa, akitembea hivi aone nyasi nyingine aenda nyemele?
Let me say kondoo unajua habari ya mchungaji na kondoo ni different. Kwa sababu mchungaji kazi yake ni kutafuta nyasi, kondoo wakule. Yeah? Lakini yeye hakuragi nyasi. Tunaelewana hapo? Anakuraga kondoo. Kwa sababu kondoo ukichinja hata haikuragi nyama. Kondoo haikuragi nyama.
Game shot.
Haikuragi nyama. Na kondoo wakiniona nikikula nyasi watafikiria mimi ni kondoo mwenzao.
Yes, so what's the reason?
Now reason here.
I'm not sure about this analogy. Who in this analogy?
I just don't
let me come now to my point.
Who's the kondoo?
Everybody is a liar by nature. Stopping lying depends with an individual. But we can all lie as far as we are under heaven. Everybody can lie. But now, what's the benefit? That's why we tell condos, don't lie. Because once you lie, you are against God's will and commandments. Okay? But they still lie. Utakuta mtu hata ako church anapata 100,000 na atoi tithe. Mimi naumia. Ngoja. Mimi kama pastor naumia. Ngoja, that's just a lie.
Lakini tunaona
He has cheated the church.
Unasikia hiyo story ya kutiza kondoo?
That's why umefaidika na nini? Umenona?
Let me tell you why.
Kwa sababu ya kulai. Yeah? Liars will never inherit the kingdom of God.
Okay. Pastor, let me finish.
Liars will never inherit the kingdom of God. That's why even the pastors who are liars, whatever they are bringing up as condos, liars too.
Yeah.
So we have a bunch of liars somewhere. Yeah? Kama vile huyu dada amesema, the reason to lie maybe matters a lot. Kwa nini na lie? Why? If I'm dying and I'm supposed to lie,
but the answer is obvious. The answer is obvious. Guys fear the consequences.
You are talking now. You are talking now.
Consequences. People cannot, when you're not brave enough to face up to the consequences of the truth, then you just have to create another story.
Right.
That's the reason. It's that basic.
Let me take what. Just let me take what guys are saying here on our SMS line is 2242, and I can see some comments here as well as the Twitter using the hashtag breakfast. Charles from Kericho says, I think cheating is circumstantial. It depends on the number of options you have. Then somebody else, you didn't leave your name, he said cheating is very bad. That's why the first month of April was called a Fool's Day. And most of the people normally cheat, and they say it's because it's called Fool's Day. It's also circumstantial. Stephen Githinji or Stephen G says cheating is adultery. Call it what it is. Well, yeah. All right. And then the Ingos is asking, how is cheating relative? And then finally Brian Oyugi says people cheat because of influence and because they want satisfaction.
Well,
but I don't think cheating satisfies anybody.
It does.
It does give short-term satisfaction.
Short-term
satisfaction.
Yeah.
Speaking from other people who have told us this, but but like, you know, this guy who's saying that, you know, it's the circumstantial kind of thing. You know, if you go into a relationship thinking that women or men are a buffet, you're gonna get in trouble, because it's a la carte. You go, you choose your thing, you pay for it. Yeah. But then the minute that you start eyeing something else and you order something else on the menu, you got to pay for that too. Not saying that, you know, I'm saying that there is a price to everything that you do. And this whole sort of a frivolous way of thinking, if we all decide that we're all going to become like very sort of open with the open-minded with how we have our relationships, there is going to be a problem and degradation of our society.
Let's get degradation.
Degradation.
Let me tell you what I like about what she's saying is she's talking about maturity in relationships.
Yeah.
And I believe, as you gave an example of a lot of marriages recently are breaking up because these guys probably they're not matured enough. And true maturity is what the pastor said. Is when you start realizing the most important thing is, despite whatever the consequences are, tell the truth. Because eventually it will catch up with you. And a lot of these young relationships are collapsing because these guys are entering those relationships full of the fun and excitement of telling lies. They have not reached that point where they start realizing these things have consequences. So we treat lies lightly.
So marriage here watoto.
So marriage here watoto.
Marriage here automatic. Marriage here watoto.
And that is, and before we used to have adults because our parents were getting married at what, 18 years old, 19 years old. That means they were maturing at that time. Like in our watoto were digital. Digital. They mature at 35.
And there's
the life started ending 37.
You see, the problem that we have today is even when some of us speak the truth, others will take it as a lie because they are already liars. You get me?
You're calling us a generation of liars.
Well, it's true. Yeah. I agree with the pastor because
once I quoted 10 cents.
Oh, we had to quote
Niliokota, I quoted 10 cents, and I went and told mom, hii nimepata, nimeokota. And mom chapad me, na kaniambia nirudishe mahali umeokota, hata mimi niokote. Now, I'm telling mom the truth. Nimeokota. Now, she's beating me at nimeiba. So, what's the option here? Is to lie her. Yeah, nimeiba. Yeah? Aniambia rudisha mahali umeiba. Wewe unaenda unakula biscuits na huko. Na unarudi home bila kio whatever. Who made me lie? Is her.
Yes.
Are you saying women drive men to cheat?
What?
In most cases.
Okay. What?
In most cases.
No.
In most cases.
How? In which universe?
You see, a woman get in the house. You are rich. She is the prosecutor, accuser, and the judge. Yeah? Umechelewa wapi? Ninajua. Na utaona. All those things makes you lie. Yeah? Mi hata sikuwa mbali. Nilikuwa maomborezi.
Nilikuwa na kina Roy.
Pastor, I'm sorry. There, respectfully, I will just disagree because my spirit also says no.
Spirit imekata.
Because you can't say because women are the ones who push men to cheat. No. Yes, you have provoked the spirit within me. You cannot say that a woman is the one that makes a man cheat. No, he could have taken up golfing if he didn't want me nagging. He could have gone somewhere. He could have become productive. He would have fixed the car before he decides to step out on our marriage. Or he can come and say, babe, I don't like the way you're talking to me. By the way, let's discuss this.
Who said wherever a man lie, that man was outside marriage?
No, the fact that you're saying that I'm the one pushing him to open his mouth and tell the truth.
Lie.
No, that is his decision. And he knows who he married. He knows. He knows who he married. He knows the fact that I don't like it when he comes late. I have suspicions of this, suspicions of that, suspicions of this. If you don't want someone asking you such questions, marry someone who you know will not ask you those questions. Because there's the way you presented yourself before marriage, and then there's the way you're going to act after marriage.
Tumeingia sehemu nyingine sasa hapa. Tumeingia sehemu nyingine because I cannot satisfy your kind of mind to show that I'm not lying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have to tell a lie.
You see,
but it's the same can be used for a jealous man.
In most cases,
when a woman goes to, let's say, shop or she does her hair, who is that for? Where have you gone?
But that's what his point is. His point is you've reached a point where you're driving someone to tell a lie by not accepting the truth.
And also
maybe that could be
that's what his point is.
And also treating me like your kid.
So already I'm
a grown up. We have given birth to kids. Don't treat me like one of them. Okay?
So you're pushed. You
don't push me to a corner whereby I'm forced to lie to satisfy your way of thinking.
So basically, you're saying that seeing as I'm already being accused of cheating, I might as well cheat.
I might as well cheat.
No, you see, that point is because what we're saying is, you made a very good point talking about generation and saying that in this generation, we've become a generation of liars, right? Now, because of a generation of liars, what is the rare thing in the generation of liars? The truth.
Right.
Right? It's reached a point where one lie is pushing to another lie. As you said, lies always have big more lies and more lies and more lies. Now I'm about to say the truth, that's why I coughed.
Take it easy, bro. Take it easy.
The fact is, it reaches a point where you've reached a generation where the truth is no longer comfortable. It's no longer accepted, it's no longer appreciated.
Right.
You think it's not being appreciated. So you think, what's the point of saying the truth if it's not going to be
appreciated?
I see.
So if I say the truth and you're to show me and treat me differently, then maybe now you start cultivating. The truth becomes the in thing.
It's true.
But look at the way we treat kids. The guy tells a lie, you chopper him jabs.
Yeah.
If you didn't chopper him jabs, what would have happened? The next time, you probably started considering the truth. So saying, maybe I can tell the truth once in a while. Maybe I say I stole 4 billion instead of 3.5 billion.
But remember here we're trying to look at that, like, because someone is asking, Lucy from Shikimau anasema sasa tunasema general lying and cheating in a relationship. So we're talking about cheating in a relationship, Lucy. So this is the thing. Pastor says men are driven to cheat sometimes, right?
In most cases, 90%.
I understood where he's coming from.
Yes, where he's coming from. What are some of the reasons that men give when they're cheating?
Oh, good Lord. Some of the reasons you've got your... one of my favorites is like if someone has been caught, it's like those ones of, listen, babe, okay? If the police hadn't, I wouldn't have been caught in that prostitution sting if the police were actually, out there looking for real criminals. It's like, the reason why he's been caught is like, there are other real criminals out there. If they had actually been looking for real thugs, I wouldn't have been caught with this prostitute. So,
that's unfamiliar.
Other men out there, so it's like one of those things where, wait, so you're upset that you were caught cheating because you're not really a criminal. That's like, come on now. There's the whole thing, my friends are cheating, so why not me? Then
there's someone who actually says other people are cheating and why not me as a reason.
As a reason.
What walikuwa wanafanya hapo?
You need 25 years in jail.
I swear.
But you see,
like for example,
something here, you guys, there's the white lie, and I don't know why you see that's why I also have a problem. That's calling one lie, white lie, and the black lie.
There's a black one. Yes, okay. The white one is
okay. There's a white lie, and we're saying, as the pastor said, is you're doing it to protect something. Now there's that open bragging. That's no longer lying. That's just absurd. It's immaturity. No, that's not lying anymore. By the time you're actually declaring it, other guys were, whoever was.
No.
Then there's also others like, if my wife hadn't put on weight, if I'm not getting enough sex at home, babe, I was really stressed out at work, so the only way that I could have done is release. I don't want to bring this problem to you. You understand? So there's so many different reasons to justify their infidelity, which is absolutely absurd.
The weirdest part about it, she's calling those lies. Well, half of the time, those are actually the truth. That's why I keep saying it.
No, I'm not calling them lies, Roy.
Between the lies,
I'm not calling that a lie. I'm calling it a reason. That is the justification
that is given.
For them. That is given.
Roy, have you ever been in court in front of a judge?
Yeah.
Do you know the judge never looks about the truth?
He's not bothered. He's not bothered by the truth.
The judge looks about the facts.
Yeah.
If you can prove the facts.
Try to speak truth in the
It's very dangerous, but it's
very dangerous.
It's very dangerous.
So sometimes even the situations justifies, and it forces some of us to lie, even when you don't want to lie. Wale wako jera ni wale wameshikwa.
You know what he said? In summary, this generation is full of cowards who can't face up to the truth.
I mean, that's the reality. Yeah, look at Tinder.
We can't. And I'm just saying, we're sitting here proudly as cowards. We're not able to face up to those consequences.
Right.
Because sometimes people are like, hey, what am I going to go through after this? You're the story.
Quickly look back at what guys are saying on social media here. I'm saying Kefa anatoka Nyahururu anasema kuongea na kusema ukweli kwa kila jambo kuna faida na afya sana. Namshukuru sana Pastor Kuria kwa kuinunulia punda na trailer ambazo kweli zinasaidia. All right, there's somebody who didn't leave a name says men cheat even when they're not provoked by women, e.g. wakitoka mpango wa kando uingia kwa nyumba wakiwa unwell. And then one just said yes. I don't know which one that was. Then someone saying morning we cheat because we are not fulfilled by women. Then Muhammad from Garissa says women cheat as a result of satisfaction since their men are not romantic and sexually active. It is high time they leave that habit.
Okay.
That is kutoka Garissa amesema hivyo. So I guess
Roy Rabu
mimi ni wili de waburu.
Raburu we. Ushawahi kufunguliwa mlango hivi usiku umetoka job. Mama amevaa t-shirt hapa imeandikwa ukimwi ni hatari. Alafu akipinduka hivi afunge nyuma imeandikwa the same t-shirt. Chunga mpango wa kando. Show me the reason which is not going to make you lie. Hata hajaongea na wewe.
Yeah. Subtle messaging.
That message.
Consequences.
Jamani, let me tell you something. If you want to be straightforward, live a straightforward life. You know, don't provoke as my wife. Don't provoke me to lie. As me, as the husband, let me not provoke my wife to lie. Otherwise, we are going to bring up a generation of liars. Imagine mzee ni muongo, mama ni muongo wa abu wazae.
Wazae now itatengeneza ukweli.
What you're calling for, Pastor, I believe is maturity. Maturity within relationships to just be real with one another. But when you're in a situation where you're dating someone and then you're feeling dissatisfied, then you put on your Tinder app, you start now going swipe right, then who do you see? Your same boyfriend. There. On Tinder. Or these social media places where he's still talking to other people, but he's with you.
So
you understand? So that if you want to have straight life, be straight.
But
if you're in your relationship, by the way, cancel all these apps.
That's why I said it's a spirit.
Yeah, you cancel them. You remove all that kind of temptations that you might have, or as you've said, the facts. You see, because this thing could have been inactive for years. See, you're talking about facts. So the fact is there. Your face is there. See, that's a fact. Therefore, you're cheating.
I think what I like is her solution when she's talking about creating grounds for removing suspicion. Right? Because I am still saying that there's a lot to do with the truth, that when the truth becomes dangerous, lies begin. Right? So in order for you to create the truth in a relationship, I'm saying where women can shape this is, start creating a comfortable environment for someone to tell
the truth.
Yeah, create an environment for the guy to tell the truth. But when you start telling the guy starts a story and you're already like this, then you start seeing that you're near the kitchen and there's so many tools and implements. Then you saying continue, and I can hear water boiling, and I'm telling the story.
Yeah.
And she runs to
and she sharpens the knife.
Continue.
You're talking.
Yeah, I'm not comfortable telling a woman the truth next to boiling water. Yeah. So the fact is, you create an environment.
She could be making tea, Roy.
That you want me to drink in my face. You create an environment where you want the guy to tell the truth. That's all it is. It's that simple. Because I am telling you, men will be habitual liars. I'll insist. Most of the lies come from there. So if you sort out that problem in the relationship, that's where most of the lies will end. And once you start telling the truth, then there's no reason for women to start lying.
Yeah.
And how does he tell the truth? When she creates an environment for him to tell the truth.
There is this thing. It's called a phone. Dimu.
Usiweke sana waone ni brand gani. Weka tu hivi hawa hawajalipia. Weka hivyo.
Wacha nikwambie kitu moja. Hii kitu imefanya watu kuwa liars. Yeah? And Roy, sio lazima uongee ndio undanganye. Watch porno. Go to your wife. You'll not do with her
what you saw.
What is necessary.
Okay.
Actually, you'll be doing with her with the person you saw.
Well, in some cases, they try to bring those things into the bedroom.
Well, do you digress?
Next
topic here next week. Next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
You're making me divert from my point.
What if we are doing complicated relationships? Then it's time.
Even when you are not talking, you can lie.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's an inner thing. And to stop it, it's your choice. Nobody can force you not to lie. Yeah? But as she have been saying, be mature enough. Maturity matters a lot as far as truth is concerned.
Yes.
So many liars are not mature.
They're immature.
They're immature.
All right. Final comments on social media, and then we'll do our final talking points as well. Charity _ SEST SEST. Now, men are not forced to cheat. You can do nothing to make him not cheat. He will cheat and give you no reason for cheating. Okay, father.
That's a bit of lady.
I know. Ericon Chonga nasema cheating is no excuse. It can't be justified, but it is a stage that we have to embrace. Then men cheat to get work done. Others cheat because they feel inappropriate in a marriage. Some cheat to gain street cred.
Yeah.
Okay. Then Peter Oloitiko says the era is rotten. Come back to things like sponsorship. And then kuna mwingine hapa 99% of the guys dumped or being played by the ladies are honest guys. Ladies like very rough men who lie.
What?
What do you have to say about that, Jay?
I think that's another topic that needs a whole nother 45 minutes to address. That guy is dangerous. Just find out who that is, and ladies, stay away from that one.
But I think there's one guy who summarizes
it.
There's one guy who actually summarizes it very well. It's called the Ngosi. Even as I go to our final comments, he says, finding yourself in a tough place is okay, but cheating is a choice.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep. Proper guy.
It's a very dangerous choice which can involve, as you said, boiling water.
I think that
no, it is a choice.
It is a choice.
I found that comment that was a very interesting comment. He talked about credibility, street cred.
Right.
Street cred actually is 67% of this generation. Right?
So just cheat for
yes.
I almost said the church. You cheated and got away with it.
Yeah, but by the time you're calling something street cred, it really kind of gives you the age gap
of the
age and the mindset of this kind of person. A mature person does not care about street cred. By the time you're getting into a relationship, yes, if you feel that you want to be free, and you want to be able to have as many sexual encounters or be free to speak to whoever you want, then don't get into a relationship. Because the only person that you are hurting is this person that you are calling your significant other. Don't drag them into your hot mess, is my thinking. Don't drag them into your hot mess. You want to be free? Fine. If you feel that you're uncomfortable, talk to them and say, I'm uncomfortable. And the thing is, you got to own up to your fears. You got to stand up to your fears, because I think fearful people in relationships are the ones who end up cheating, because they want something else, but they're not willing to say it and talk about it. So they go, they have a little cookie on the side and come back. Then it becomes addictive, right? And so by the time they're back, they've got like crumbs all over themselves, and then they said, well, it's because you don't feed me. But they've been so busy running outside getting food, they haven't had time for there's that 80, what is it? It's the 80-20 rule.
Right.
Right? So you've got your 80% with the person that you're with, but there's that nagging 20% that bugs you because you can't get 100% from the person that you're with, which you can never get 100% from someone. You'll be lucky to even get that 80. You can settle with, maybe 75, 70 to 80%, where that person is actually,
I also
the best you can get is maybe 69%.
I also think as we grow, priority changes. When somebody is young, cheating so much belongs to young people.
It does.
It's a game.
When we grow up, you just stop cheating, because the age does not even allow you.
When himself so.
Yeah. The age does not allow you.
Not that you kuna haja umechoka. Umechoka na kulai. Sasa ni kazi nyingi bwana.
It is.
You're not having problems remembering your life. Unaziandika in the bathroom.
So I think the young people should train themselves not to lie, because unless you train yourself not to do it, you will automatically do it. Because we don't become sinners because of sinning. We are born sinners.
Yeah.
So lie is something which is in you, unless you choose not to lie.
Right. Final thoughts, right?
For me, as I said very, very simply, that one of the biggest things that had changed was the fact that women are beginning to get involved in the game quite a bit of late. And as I said, I don't think that it's new. They probably have also been telling lies in the past. It's just that social media and other means have started exposing it. But it's merely caused by the fact that it's immaturity. Because people do this as part of a game without realizing or appreciating or acknowledging that there are consequences. So it's very simple. Once you begin, as I insist, to create an environment for the truth, it begins to play a very important part in your life, and people begin to appreciate what the value of the truth is. The truth will cut off your muzigo. Sindio? It will reduce the weight of telling lies, right? Or cheating. But the truth will only be there when you cultivate the environment. So for me, what is more important is not telling someone, stop lying, it's not bad, it will give you consequence. People know all that. Create the right environment and you're in business.
All right.
I think on behalf of the cheaters, I think someone needs to actually speak for the cheaters.
The cheatistas.
The cheaters, the really fast runners. I think for them, by the way, big up cheaters and everything that you do and support. So I think they would say, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Hate the game.
So unless you're going to get into that game, then stay out of it. Don't complain. You know what I'm saying? So if you're getting yourself in a relationship, best know what you're doing.
All right. All right, thank you guys so much for coming through. Of course, in every topic, like we always say, we lay it out for you, but at the end of the day, just like my good friend Ngosi said there on Twitter, that yes, you might be in a very tough place, but at the end of the day, cheating is indeed a choice, so you choose it. So there is no excuse. Ukifanya uende umechagua, ni kama vile unachagua leaders, so you have a choice. So make use of your choices, and remember, choices have consequences. All right, of course, have yourself a wonderful rest of the day. Don't go too far though. Coming up next is Citizen Extra with Lilian Zesa Muli. Will be coming up next, so use the hashtag Citizen Extra. But until then, my name is Jules Saburu, reminding you that successful people look like you, and of course, like you so, the great Manchester United. Have yourselves a wonderful day. Tuonane next week. No, nitakuwa kesho, lakini
angalia uongo umeanza tena.